You've seen these things everywhere, right? The shelves are just packed with bottles, all of them promising to be the one magic bullet for weight loss. But what if I told you the most amazing thing about them is how much of your money they make disappear? Today, we are going to find out what is really going on inside these bottles.
And no, I'm not kidding. Seriously, think about that for a second. That super flashy bottle that's promising to just melt fat off your body? Well, for most of them, your body can't even absorb what's inside, so it, just gets flushed right out. Stick with me here, because I'm about to save you a whole lot of money and even more frustration.
So why do we keep falling for this? Come on, we've all been there, right? You're scrolling through social media or you're walking down that supplement aisle, and it is almost impossible to ignore all those promises of easy, fast results.
And this really gets to the heart of it. We're busy, we're tired, and the idea that a simple pill could solve such a huge, complicated problem is it's so tempting. And the industry, they know this. They market these products to make you feel like you are just one secret ingredient away from finally reaching your goals. But here's the reality check. What you're buying is marketing hype, not human biology. So, it's time to pull back the curtain. Let's look at what's actually going on inside your body. Now, the truth, it might not be as sexy as a miracle pill, but trust me on this, it is so much more powerful.
Which brings us to the biggest question of all. If they aren't these magic fat melters, then what are they actually doing in your body? The real answer might surprise you.
Okay, I want you to let this sink in for a second. Even the best, most scientifically proven fat burners have, at best, a tiny effect on their own. The idea of a pill that goes in, hunts down fat cells, and just destroys them, that's straight out of a sci-fi movie. It's not real.
Here is the perfect way to think about this. Your diet, your exercise, that's the ice cream sundae. It's the whole foundation. The supplement, that's just the cherry on top. It adds a little something extra, sure, but only if the sundae itself is actually there. If your foundation isn't solid, that cherry is completely pointless. Supplements only give you an edge when you're already doing everything else right.
All right, so let's get practical. How do you tell the difference between something that might give you that tiny little edge and something that's just a complete waste of money? It is time for a breakdown.
We can pretty much split everything you see on the shelves into two big camps. On one side, you've got the overhyped, all those products that rely on crazy marketing claims and really shaky science, and on the other side, you've got the real deal, ingredients that actually support your body's most basic, fundamental processes. First up, let's talk about the stuff that's mostly just a waste of your money. Remember Garcinia Cambogia? It was a massive trend for a while, but when they actually tested it on humans, the evidence was all over the place. Next, green coffee extract. Yeah, some early studies looked a little promising, but when more rigorous research came out, the effect was minimal. And CLA? Any potential benefit is so tiny that it's just not meaningful in the real world.
Okay, enough with the bad news. Let's switch gears and talk about the good stuff. Supplements that can actually offer some real, science-backed benefits. And spoiler alert, they're not the ones being marketed as fat melters.
Now, the key thing to get here is that these work by supporting your body, not by magic. Whey protein, it helps you feel full, and it helps you hold on to muscle while you're losing fat, which is super important. Caffeine and green tea can give your metabolism a little temporary boost. It's called a thermogenic effect. Basically, your body produces a tiny bit more heat, which burns a few extra calories. And hey, don't forget the absolute basics. So many people are low in vitamin D and magnesium, and these are absolutely crucial for regulating your metabolism and your energy levels.
Okay, I have to take a second for this one because it is one of the biggest scams all over social media right now. It is officially myth-busting time. You've seen the posts, right? Some influencer with a perfectly flat stomach holding up a fancy packet of tea, swearing it's their secret weapon. So, what is really going on here?
The entire secret, the whole trick, boils down to this one word: diuretic. These teas are packed with ingredients that are diuretics. And what do? They make you go to the bathroom a lot.
And there's the big reveal. The number you see on the scale go down isn't fat, it's just water weight. It is temporary, it is totally misleading, and it has absolutely nothing to do with real, actual fat loss. The second you rehydrate, that weight comes right back on. And here's the final nail in the coffin for all those detox teas. You already have the single most powerful and effective detox system in the entire world, built right into your body. It's called your liver and your kidneys. They work 24/7 for you, for free. You do not need a $40 tea to do their job. So after all that, what's the actual game plan? Let's move away from what not to do, and instead, let's build a smart, effective strategy that really, truly works.
Look, this slide right here, this is the real secret. This is the hierarchy of fat loss. See the pyramid? Step 1, the giant foundation at the bottom, is nutrition. Step 2, right on top of that, is consistent movement. Step 3 is all about your lifestyle, managing your stress, getting enough sleep. And then, way up at the very, very top, the tiny little point, that's where you can consider using supplements to optimize everything else you're already doing.
So if you take away just one thing from all of this, let it be this. Stop looking at supplements as a way to replace the hard work. Instead, see them as tools to support the fundamentals. Use protein powder to help you hit your daily protein goal. Use a little caffeine to help you power through a tough workout. They're tools in the toolbox. They are not a magic wand.
Ultimately, this is all about shifting your mindset. True, lasting results, they don't come out of a bottle. They come from building good habits, from being consistent day in and day out, and from actually treating your body with care. It's a journey of self-care, not a desperate sprint for a quick fix.
So, I'll leave you with this one last thought. The next time you see an ad for some miracle fat-burning pill, I want you to ask yourself this question. Are you trying to buy a quick fix, or are you trying to build real, lasting health? Because the answer to that question, that changes everything.